Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Green Glow Gourmet. I'm your host, Roxanne, and for today's recipe, we will be making a red bean mushroom loaf. So I will give you the ingredients. This was originally supposed to be a lentil mushroom loaf, and I did not have lentils, so I had to change things up. Like I always say, check your ingredients first. I was guilty of that. I did not do this, obviously, so that was my fault. So what I used was 1 can of red kidney beans, 1 1/4 cup walnuts, 1 onion diced, 4 garlic cloves minced, 2 cups of chopped mushrooms, 3/4 cup of rolled oats, and they were ground, so I put them in a blender and ground them up to a fine flour, half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, 1/4 teaspoon ground cumin, and some ketchup. So you can do this recipe lots of ways. Like I said, you can do it with lentils, you could do it with split peas, you could do it with any type of bean. I chose the red bean because that's what I had, and it still turned out delicious. You can also make these in mini loaf pans. I chose to use just a regular loaf pan, and what I did was I lined it with parchment paper, and it came out so easy right on the plate. I wanted to plate it for you. And I'm also gonna have it with garlic mashed potatoes, which this was such an easy recipe. I'll give that to you next. But what you wanna do is you wanna preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I toasted my walnuts for about 3 to 5 minutes. I chopped them and then toasted them. Then I put them aside. I sauteed the onions and mushrooms and the garlic until everything was soft. Then in a separate bowl, I put the oats, the red beans, the walnuts, the sauteed vegetables, pepper, onion powder, paprika, cumin, and a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and I mixed it all together. Now, it seemed a little dry to me, so to add some flavor, I took some barbecue sauce and I mixed that in so it was moist, not wet, but moist. After everything was mixed together, I took the parchment paper, put it right in the loaf pan, put it in the oven, and cooked it for 45 minutes. You can always check with a toothpick afterwards or throughout, depending on how your oven is, to make sure that it is done. Just stick the toothpick in. If it comes out, it's dry, you know it's ready. I also, on top of the loaf, before I put it in the oven, I did put some ketchup and barbecue sauce on top. And then I let it cool for about 5 minutes, and it's ready to go. So I figured this would be really good with garlic mashed potatoes, and I had some red skin potatoes. All I did was put them in an Instant Pot. I did it for 15 minutes. When it was finished, I mashed them with some soy milk. You can add some salt and pepper for flavor if you like. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have my garlic mashed potatoes. I'm gonna cut the loaf. I'm gonna have it with the garlic mashed potatoes, and that will be my dinner. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be delicious. If you have any questions about this recipe, I did mash some of the beans, but I did not mash all of them to give it some texture. But if you have any questions, please put them below. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to my video. I put a new video out every week. If you are interested in plant-based coaching or just how to add more plants into your diet, please let me know. My website is www.greenglowcoaching.com. And here's to a healthier you. I'll see you next week.